What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we have a brand new Xur Inventory review for the weekend of May 23rd to the 26th. I'm sorry for being late, guys. My plane landed like 30 minutes ago, so let's get started. Alright, let's take a look at what he has. Firstly, for the catalyst, guys, well, we have the Fighting Lion catalyst. Remember, this got a pretty sizable buff not too long ago where it will now cause a volatile effect. Then you also have the Jotun catalyst. Again, like actually pretty decent, will give it incandescent and don't forget, the Jotun, very unique fusion rifle, like shoots basically a fireball that has an extreme range compared to other fusion rifles, but it's still gonna get that particle reconstruction buff. So some people are really enjoying it this season. All right, now after that, guys, we have a 67 Stompies here. A little bit of mobility, recov, strength, too much strength, but overall, I mean, it's all right. And then we've got a 68 Actium War Rig. Well, 68, incredibly high, but the stats like really not too spiky and too much mobility right now. Then we've got a 61 Apotheosis Veil, really what you do not want to see. After that, we've got a Stoicism here, which means the exotic class items are on offer this weekend. Taking a look at the random stuff, guys, Vanguard engrams. So if you're still looking for certain Vanguard weapons, you want to go and farm Lotus Eater at some point or whatever, you may want to grab some Vanguard engrams because that means you don't have to be farming Vanguard stuff. You take these to Zavala and convert them into Vanguard or Nightfall weapons. Now, after that, taking a look at the exotics, we have the Queenbreaker, the God Tier of God Tier linear fusion rifles. This is performing incredibly well in the currently featured Ghost of the Deep Dungeon. The final boss just falls over to Queenbreaker. Incredibly good weapon, especially, well, I guess if you don't have the Queenbreaker, you might have the Catalyst, but if for whatever reason you don't have the Queenbreaker, if your friend just started playing a week ago, you tell him, hey, buy the Queenbreaker this weekend. Don't even question it. This thing is unbelievably powerful. One of the top DPS weapons in the game. Hey, Fighting Lion. Actually, that's pretty interesting. You can buy the Fighting Lion and then immediately go and buy its catalyst like one after another. Actually pretty decent. Like if you don't have the Fighting Lion, you may want to do that. Then we got the Jade Rabbit. A little bit of a PvP all-star at certain times, but not really right now. Well, we actually have a... Okay, hold on 1 second. We actually have a Hammer Forged Rifling opening shot Hawkmoon with heavy grip as well for the stability. Decreased handling speed is not really what you want to see, guys, but certainly Hammer Forged Rifling is excellent. Opening shot is also excellent. So the fact that you have both of these present on this Hawkmoon, this is the best Hawkmoon I've seen in a hot minute, guys. So if you've been like waiting for a decent PvP roll, you may want to just pull the trigger here because this is certainly, again, a pretty high quality compared to most of the Hawkmoons we've been seeing. All right, now as for the weapons here, we have a Feeding Frenzy Surrounded No Reprieve. This is craftable, keep in mind. So if you are 4 out of 5 from Season of the Plunder when this came out, you can always buy this and use a Deep Set Harmonizer to complete the pattern. Same thing with the Blood Feud here with Ambitious Focus Fury. Ambitious is not bad, but Focus Fury is not what you want. We have a Hipfire Grip, Dragonfly 7 Seraph. Dragonfly is good, but Hipfire Grip is not. Well, we actually have a... Well, this is kind of an interesting one. Heal Clip plus Reservoir Burst. If you get the reload speed up high enough, that is kind of a wombo combo because your first shot is going to be that Reservoir Burst shot. Get a very easy kill, reload with Heal Clip. But it probably isn't actually going to be that meta. Again, it is craftable. Then you've got an Impulse Amplifier, Kill Clip, Canis Major, guys. You've got a Just In Case here with Flash Counter plus Incandescent. Actually a pretty interesting one because Flash Counter does some crazy things with the Stronghold exotic gauntlets for a crazy Titan build I made a video on a while back, and Incandescent is kind of saucy because if you do get the Flash Counter kill, like you will start triggering Incandescent, which could be very good. After that, we've got a Relentless Surrounded Crown Splitter. Very good roll with the Jagged Edge. Like technically Whirlwind Blade is, you know, potentially preferred here, but Surrounded is going to do a huge amount of damage, like pretty good overall. However, this is also the same god roll as the newer craftable one, so just keep that in mind. Then, as for the armor, let's take a look at the Opulent Duelist set on Light.gg and look at its rarity. Well, guys, this is an iconic set coming back from Season 7, Season of Opulence, one of the Destiny 2 GOAT seasons, and this is one of, if not the rarest sets Xur sells, with only 37% of Guardians owning this very helmet, and I'm like, 6+ hours late to Xur, so that was probably even lower earlier today. You rarely see anything Xur sells still in the 30 percentages. So again, this is one of the rarest possible sets Xur sells. You can only get this set from Xur, and unless you were playing back in Season of Opulence. So 100% a great time for collectors and fashion interested individuals to pick this up, guys. Now, taking a look at the actual rolls. So 66, huge discipline spike, little bit much mobility, but still a pretty good roll. Then we've got 65, massive mobility. Keep in mind, guys, that a lot of these stats are changing with the launch of the Edge of Fate, so mobility might become something else and suddenly be very good. So you could buy some like armor like this just in case. After that, for the helmet, 65 big strength spike, it's not bad, and 64 again with the massive mobility spike. Now, moving on from there, let's check the Warlock. All right, for the Warlock, let's check the sword. Relentless counterattack, no thanks. And as for the armor, 65, a lot of mobility, I don't know. 62, no thank you. 66, not really too spiky. 64, recovery spike, and then a little bit of intellect, not terrible. All right, now let's check the Hunter. All right, now for the Hunter, let's check the sword here. Relentless flash counter. Again, if you're going for that flash counter, remember, Titans can use this. They've eliminated the class barriers, so not terrible for that stronghold build. And then for the armor here, 64, no thank you. 65, recovery and strength, and Hunters don't really want that much strength. 63, way too much intellect. However, I will say, look at that helmet. I love it. All right, now as for the boots, 65, discipline resilience is all right, guys. Overall, I think the highlights this weekend: grab the Queenbreaker if you're somebody who doesn't have it, and then this is, again, the rarest set we've seen in a very long time. Really desirable for the fashion game, and hey, just buy a set, delete it, and that unlocks it for a future transmog if you want. Guys, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKakis. That is linked in the description down below. Again, hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.